Have you ever heard that wild, outlandish conspiracy that Kurt Cobain is actually Rivers Cuomo of the band Weezer? You know, this guy. I've even done a video on it. Well, when I did that video, I wasn't aware of a podcast that Rivers had done. A podcast that my subscriber Louise just happened to turn me on to. Why don't we have a listen? And if you're someone trying to show me something but you can't get a hold of me, consider subscribing because I actually see those comments and messages. But anyway, on with the show.
Your old friends Rick Rubin and Rivers Cuomo talking over Zoom.
Have you seen the website, the conspiracy website that says that Kurt Cobain did not kill himself and that it's actually you are Kurt Cobain? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've heard of that. I hadn't seen the website before, and then just yesterday somebody forwarded it to me. Is that like suddenly going around for some reason? I know that conspiracy's been around for a long time.
I don't know. I just saw it. I just saw it the other day and thought, interesting. And I thought might even be interesting if I were to ask you questions as if it were true, because that could be fun for both of us.
It'd be so fun.
Yeah.
It'd be so fun.
So if you were Kurt, tell me how you imagine you would have transformed yourself into Rivers.
Well, first of all, I'd have to stage my death, which seems easy enough.
Seems easy enough.
And then, the Blue Album came out a month later after he died.
You could have been working on that like for years.
Yeah, and I know he seemed to be very interested in very innocent, naive music. Like they covered the Raincoats, which is not that different from Weezer, I guess. Major key, and we kind of picked up that ball and ran with it. So yeah, I think kind of running the opposite direction from grunge and wear the button down shirts and cut your hair short and sing with a very pure voice rather than a rock voice.
Yeah, it seems like that would be a nice, if you were tired of being Kurt Cobain, this might be a nice career decision, like get away from all that madness, essentially cancel the past and start anew with none of the old pressure of being in this, a band that changed the world, and where you could just have fun and write pop songs and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I guess the grass is always greener, but
always greener.
Man, I think for everyone outside of Nirvana, it seemed like he had it pretty good. Like that's what we all wanted, right? We want to be not only the band that's selling 10 gazillion records, but like the band that everyone knows, like they've revolutionized music and culture. They're always going to be that band, and the rest of us, we're just like little dwarfs kind of dancing around their heels.
But it looks like it felt bad enough for him to either end his life or decide to become you, one of the two.
Which is better?
It's just different. Stylistically, did you have any, in the transition from the songs you wrote for Nirvana versus the Weezer songs you wrote, did you decide to like really clear the decks and think of it in a new way?
I think it all came about because I changed my style of singing. Now, when I was singing with a very thick rock voice, so many overtones and all this distortion naturally in my vocal cords, I was able to sing one melody 4 times in a row.
I just had to stop for a second. Do you really think these answers would just come so free-flowing to him? Just off the top of the head, he's just such a good liar. Well, he is such a good liar. But I don't think he's lying here.
I was able to sing one melody 4 times in a row and call that a verse. 4 times in a row and call that a chorus. And no one would get tired of my voice because it was so rich. But once I started singing with a very pure voice, like a choir boy voice, like you hear in, say, Buddy Holly, I had to change my melody writing and my chord writing because the voice just wasn't as rich. You got to put the variation and the richness into the composition. So at that point, I started writing a lot more involved chord progressions and melodies.
Interesting. Did you let anyone at all know what was going to happen, or did you play it all pretty close to the vest?
He lies here.
I let my lawyer know. But apart from that, I wanted
And Dave Grohl.
complete break.
Were there any things that happened early on where you felt like you might get
His
caught?
bandmates know because they joined him in Weezer.
There's been these conspiracies and
Nirvana?
movies
Weezer.
about me, about my
Weezer, Nirvana.
death, and I don't think anyone's really ever come close.
Oh no one's
to
ever come
figuring
close
it
to
out.
figuring it out. No one's come
Because
close, Kurt.
Weezer's just so different from Nirvana.
Oh, you're right. No one's come
Yes
close
and
to
no.
figuring it out.
Yeah, I thought the idea of adding the glasses was a great idea because it really is like it's a perfect, it camouflages your face in a way that it really does create a new persona.
Yeah, but I did wear them in the big Nirvana
It's
video.
as bad as Clark
It was
Kent.
in Bloom. So it's just like a little breadcrumb for people who
It's
are
not a
really paying
breadcrumb,
attention,
it's
I guess.
Foreshadowing.
It's that
Yeah. You know, I was actually shooting that video that gave me the whole idea.
predictive
I was looking
programming.
back at it and I was like, you know what? I look pretty cool, man. This is just like the biggest F you to what everyone wants
It's
from
an FU to
Nirvana.
someone. It's an FU to someone, all right. They're definitely giving the bird to someone. And it's all of us. It's all of us who they pull these death hoaxes on and get people to cry. I know people who literally were depressed for weeks and wore black for weeks when he passed. Not even joking. But of course, all this for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that they just look alike and have the same bone structure and even the same little butt dimple. And they just decided it would be fun to make an entire podcast as him pretending to be him. All for entertainment only, of course.